Known as one of the standout contestants and fan favorites of The Voice US, four-chair turner, we have Jej Vinson visited the country and just had a concert in Cebu over the weekend. Now, Jej recently released new songs, Tasty and Friendzone. Now, let's find out what else is in store as we have him in the studio. Good morning.
Hi, good
and
morning.
well, thank you so much for coming over to the Philippines and
Thank you for having me.
having a phenomenal run at The Voice and coming home and doing a concert. I mean, what is that like?
Oh my gosh, it's
Hasn't even sunk
crazy.
in all that's happened to you?
It finally has sunk in, but it took a minute for me to actually process the whole thing. But it was super unreal. I've been through a lot of amazing experiences while I was on The Voice, and just getting to work with Kelly Clarkson, that alone was unreal for me. And even just like getting to work with the contestants and getting to know them and seeing how talented they are and realizing that, oh, I'm a part of this process is just such a blessing. And the most important thing is like just getting to represent Filipinos overseas. I think is such a crazy, crazy honor. And I'm super honored to be a part of that movement because I feel like Filipinos need more representation.
I mean, you guys are awesome, and it's nice that we keep having more and more Filipinos in this
thank you.
Amazing talent contest. First up, how did this even happen to you? I mean, how were you invited to do the auditions? I mean, was it easy? Did you have doubts, or did you say yes?
Oh man, like so this was honestly kind of maybe like God's way of just like putting me in the industry, because I was actually studying music at USC, and I actually had to like stop school for a second because I was like, I just want to like make money, and it was very expensive, to be honest. So I was just like, I'm just gonna work at a restaurant. So I worked at a restaurant like part-time, then did music like at night, and so it was kind of like that for a little bit, and then I was singing background vocals for these different types of shows, and a casting producer that was on one of the shows saw me and just reached out to me and was like, hey, send me your videos. We would love to put you in as like, you know, in the audition process.
Wait, hold up. You were singing backups.
Yeah, I was singing background.
And he spotted you, and
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
And it was so random because I don't know how the person found my phone number, but he did, and he gave me a call and he was like, hey, please send me your videos and email it to me because we would love to have you on the show. And the rest was history. And I never would have thought that I would actually go that far, because most of the people that were with me were people that actually went through the whole process. And it was just such a crazy, amazing experience. And I just feel so blessed. And I didn't even plan for it to happen, and it happened all of a sudden.
I mean, it always happens that way, though. I mean,
Yeah.
something you're just not expecting things to happen. It just falls on your lap, has opened so many doors. You come back to the Philippines and have your first ever, concert in Cebu.
I can't believe it's unreal. I feel like I'm
From
in a
like,
dream.
not really doing anything, just chilling. I'm just minding my own business. All of a sudden, I'm a, global superstar, pretty much.
Thank you so much. And it's just so crazy. When I did my concert in Cebu, that's the first time I've ever done a concert here in the Philippines. And Cebu was just so warm, and people were so nice, and all Filipinos are nice, but man, Cebu was just so welcoming. And that was such a packed show, and it was so much fun doing it with Morissette, and such an honor doing it with one of the greatest voices in our country as well. Like, she's crazy talented, and just to get to share the stage with her was amazing, an amazing feeling.
Your brief history, going back, you grew up in Davao.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you went to the States.
Yeah, I was in Davao for 15 years. So I grew up there, and yeah, so my parents were actually a part of this choir, and they toured the US, and they met this wonderful lady that really believed in them, that she wanted to work on their papers so they could get employed in the US. So my parents left me and my sister back in the Philippines for a whole year.
Wow.
And then they came back, and she told me that, oh, yeah, I think we're going to the US to live there for good. I was like, okay. But that went on for 10 years.
But you weren't doing music while you were here, though.
No, I was
not at all.
I sang in church, but I wasn't really like pursuing music, like actually pursuing it for real. I think it was just more like a hobby for me, and I wanted to be a doctor, actually.
Well, you can be a singing doctor, and you can do, all of these things. You can do actually whatever you want right now. The world is so big for you.
Yes,
now, any plans of collaborating with any Filipino artists while you're here?
Oh, I would love to collaborate with so many artists. I would love to collaborate with, I've collaborated with Morissette already, but I still would love to like do something with her and release it on YouTube or something. She's incredible. And Gary Valenciano, he's like one of my inspirations. Like, he's actually my mom's crush, like biggest celebrity crush. So
He's everyone's crush. I mean,
exactly. But I want to collaborate with him. I also want to collaborate with King R&B King.
Okay.
JR.
All right.
He's one of my inspirations growing up as well. So there's a lot of great singers here in the Philippines, and I just want to get to talk to them.
And you're going to be here for a few more weeks, right?
Yes, I'm here till February 20th.
And you plan to do any shows in Manila? Well,
yes, I actually have a show. It's in BGC, and it's at 5 p.m. It's going to be on February 16th, and it's Stages Sessions, actually. And it's produced by Rank One. And it's going to be, did I say 5 p.m. already? But yeah, that's it.
There you go. A lot of things happening for you. So aside from your shows, are you also planning to produce an EP or anything that's out there?
Yeah, so while I'm in the US, I plan on writing a lot with producers and songwriters and just getting a lot of songs out. And hopefully by 2021, my goal is to have an EP out with all original songs. And I just want to put that out in the world and see where that takes me next. Yeah.
But going back to your stint on The Voice US, what was that like? I mean, when you went out to your blind auditions, right, and actually have 4 of the judges, you know, turn their chair around and say, yes, we want you, you're in.
Oh my gosh, it's so unreal. I feel like I keep telling people this, but it's true. I'm not exaggerating this, but I actually blacked out prior to singing the song. And when I started singing my first line, then there was kind of like this release and this sigh of relief. But before that was just like, I don't know what I'm doing right now. Everything is so like messed up and people were so quiet and the chairs were turned around and I was just so nervous. It was such a nerve-wracking experience, but it paid off and I was so happy that I got to do that.
What would you say would be the best part or the most memorable part of your stint there? Aside from the clothes.
I love the clothes. They provide the clothes and yeah, they really styled me up. But my favorite part is probably just getting to work with Kelly Clarkson. She's such a down-to-earth person and I can't like ever, you know, just like fathom the fact that I actually got to work with such a star and learn from her, and she's so humble.
What's the one thing that you learned from her?
The one thing that I learned from her is that no matter what happens, this is literally one thing she told me that really stuck with me, is that no matter what you do after the show, if you win, if you don't win, if you're top 13, top 8, or a finalist, everyone goes home at the end of the day, and what will happen after your career depends on you. Like what you do with this exposure, all depends on you. So she was like, even if you win, that is not the end of everything, and it's not a make it break it type scenario. You have to keep working hard even after a show like that, because you know people like no one's gonna serve it to you on the silver platter. So that's kind of the most important thing that she told me, and that stuck with me because I'm like, yeah, she's right.
They can always open the door, but you got to find your own way out of there. Well, thank you so much. But before I let you go, of course, we want to hear your amazing song.
Thank you so much.
Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, here's Jej Vinson with the song Passion Fruit.
Seeing you got ritualistic, cleansing my soul of addiction for now, 'cause I'm falling apart. Tension between us just like picket fences. You got issues that I won't mention for now, 'cause I'm falling apart. Passionate from miles away, passive with the things you say, passing up on your ways. I can't blame you, no. Yeah. Passionate from miles away, passive with the things you say, passing up on my ways. I can't blame you, no. Oh, let me know.